Welcome back to another episode of Whip Media TV. I'm your host, Whip Media Mickey, aka Mickey Made It. If you're new to the channel, you know what to do to the channel. Subscribe right now. Join the Vibe Tribe. Let's take this to 1,000 subs. Let's get it. On today's episode, I cover the lessons of war, power, and politics from the movie Troy. Troy is one of the evergreen movies of Hollywood, which revolves around war, power, and politics. The script of the movie teaches many lessons, so here it is, the lessons of war, power, and politics from Troy. Lesson number 1, leadership. Sometimes you have to serve in order to lead. Odysseus. These words are said by King Odysseus to Achilles as an answer when Achilles asked, serving King Agamemnon. It is true, leadership without any prior serving experience is awarded only a few people. Most of the people have to serve first to get leadership. Lesson number 2, live by a code. This is a piece of advice from Prince Hector to his soldiers, as history has witnessed soldiers usually use to not follow any code or law during wars and behave like animals. Life without a code is meaningless, especially if it will directly impact one's country and family. All my life I had lived by a code, and the code is simple. Honor the gods, love your woman, and defend your country. Hector. Lesson number 3, war and politics. This is another piece of advice from King Odysseus to Achilles. When Agamemnon called Achilles to his court, being a great soldier, Achilles should ignore the talks of the old king, as it is part of politics according to the above statement. These words are still valid and quite practical in the contemporary world. The politicians of older age exaggerate younger soldiers for war. War is young men dying and old men talking. You know this. Ignore the politics. Odysseus. Lesson number 4, fight for honor. When Achilles destroyed the temple of Apollo, in an informal meeting, Prince Hector told Achilles that there is no honor in fight and war. It is indeed meaningless to say fight for honor, as war just brings destruction to nations. Only children and fools fight for honor. And lesson number 5, soldiers and their kings. This is the advice given by Achilles to his young cousin Patroclus when he wanted to fight for Greek army during the war. Soldiers, they fight for kings they've never even met. Achilles. Lesson number 6, limitations for a king or ruler. King Odysseus tells Achilles, being a king, you are tied up with various things and you cannot take decisions freely. The world seems simple to you, my friend, but when you are a king, very few choices are simple. Odysseus. Lesson number 7, fear is useful. Achilles fears no one. The wise King Odysseus tells Achilles that Ithaca is a small kingdom and it cannot make enemies like King Agamemnon, so fear is useful to save the kingdom. Fear is useful. Odysseus. The lessons of war, power, and politics from Troy.